Hello everyone, welcome back to class. Today we'll talk about Collins Chapter 6, Naturalistic Language Instruction. Here is the agenda for today. After you read Chapter 6, complete Reading Guide 7, and after this lecture, please complete IRIS module on RTI Math to prepare next week. Objectives for today, we will talk about some characteristics of naturalistic language strategies, also known as milieu teaching, and we'll talk about examples of strategies to enhance to the environment to facilitate communication, and we will also talk about some steps and procedures of multiple naturalistic language strategies to facilitate communication. Naturalistic language strategies, also known as milieu strategies or milieu teachings. These strategies are very famous, and these strategies are one of the evidence-based intervention strategies identified for individuals with disability. These strategies have several characteristics, like they occur in natural activity in natural environments, and they are embedded through the day whenever opportunities arise to use language. Trials are delivered according to the interests of the student rather than being dictated by the instructor. Each trial is brief in length and is followed by a natural consequence that is reinforcing to the student. To increase the number of opportunities for trials, the environment can be set up or arranged to facilitate the needs for communication. The form of communication is open and can include verbal language, manual signing, or the use of augmentative communication technology, AAC. And there are several types of naturalistic strategy. We will talk about those different types of strategy in a moment, but before that, we have to consider this thing. As your textbook says, the more reasons that a student has to communicate, the more opportunities there are for the instructor to deliver instructional trials. So like I said before, to increase the number of opportunities for trial, the environment can be set up or arranged to facilitate the needs for communication. So you can consider several things to arrange the environment to create opportunities for communicate. So easiest way you can do is to limit the necessary materials for an activity. Like your textbook's example, during snack, you can have too few cookies for the class, creating an opportunity for the student to have to ask for a cookie. As mentioned earlier, there are different types of naturalistic language strategies. Those include modeling, man model, incidental teaching, and naturalistic time delay strategies. The first one is modeling. The modeling procedure is appropriate when a teacher is teaching a new form of communication to a student. For example, the goal may be to teach a student to ask for a drink rather than crying to indicate being thirsty. So the steps includes the following. So wait until the learner's focus indicates the needs to communicate. So for example, student is looking at a new ball on a high shelf before going outside for recess. Step 2, according to the learner's interest, model the response that the student should make. So you will verbally model the response. So you can say you take the ball from the shelf, and you can verbally model the word ball and wait a set number of seconds, like 5 seconds, 3 seconds, for your student to imitate the target response, and then you will reinforce the student for making the target response. So you can say, yes, this is ball, and you can give the ball to the student. Man model. The term MEND is very frequently used in the field of special education, and MEND is a term used for telling a student what is expected, and it can be perceived as a basic form of a command or demand. An easy example of a simple MEND is tell me what you want. So MEND is a terminology, new terminology you have to remember. And the MEND model steps includes the following. Wait until the learner's focus indicates a need to communicate. So your student is waiting for a drink to be served at snack time. That's the example. If the learner initiates a correct response, reinforce the learner. So you can say, yes, you can have a drink. And then you can pour a cup of lemonade for your students. If the learner focus signals an opportunity for an instructional trial and the learner has failed to initiate a response, provide a MEND to cue the learner to communicate. So you can hold the lemonade pitcher in front of the student and say, tell me what you want. And you can wait a set number of seconds for a learner to provide the target response. You can wait for 3 seconds, 4 seconds, whatever second you set, and then you can reinforce the students if the target response is made. So you can say, yes, you can have a drink, and you can pour a cup of lemonade for your students. And if the learner fails to respond or responds incorrectly, you can verbally model the response for the students. So you can say, tell me, drink. And you'll wait a set number of seconds for the students to imitate the target response, like 3 seconds, 4 seconds. And you will reinforce the student if the target response is made. So you can say, yes, drink, and then you pour a cup of lemonade for your students. That's MEND model. Incidental teaching is the third type of naturalistic language strategies, and this is my favorite. Incidental teaching is used when a learner is communicating a basic way, like single words or signs. So the goal of this intervention is to expand the breadth of communication. Although the steps and procedures can be changed for situation or for different students, we generally follow these steps. Wait until the student initiates a desired form of communication, like during lunch, students say apple, and teacher models the desired expansion. Like teacher can say red apple or blue apple, and then teacher waits a set number of seconds, like 3 seconds, 4 seconds, for the student to imitate the response. And then teacher reinforce the student if the target response is made. So the teacher can say, yes, red apple, and teacher can give learner a slice of apple. Now we'll watch the short video because incidental teaching is a very, very important strategy to know.
Natural environment teaching, sometimes referred to as incidental teaching, capitalizes on an individual's environment and daily routine in order to teach new skills. This method focuses heavily on a child's current interests, using a child-directed approach to facilitate the practice of new skills in different environments, with different people, and with different materials. Because of its child-directed approach, natural environment teaching creates opportunities for greater engagement and interaction, as well as built-in opportunities for generalization. Here, we will observe a brief segment of natural environment teaching, focusing on the important aspects.
Nice job! Hey, you did so good today, so you get to pick a game and we can play it together, alright? Alright, did you find something you want? What is this?
Letter game.
It's a game? What kind of game? Letter game? The alphabet bean bag. Okay, let's play on the floor.
Here, notice the instructor waits to see what the child finds interesting within the environment. Once an item is selected by the child, the instructor will use this item to incorporate educational targets.
What are these called? Do you remember what they're called? They're bean bags. With what on them?
A letter.
Letters, all right. Hey, what color do you want to be? What do we do? We throw them? Okay. How about you pick 3 colors to be? You have green. You have, what color is that one?
Green and red.
Red, okay.
Orange.
And orange, okay, those are your 3. Do you see anything else that you need? No, not that one. That's mine, silly. You need more? More what? Green.
Yeah.
You need more green ones. And what else do you need?
Red one.
Red ones. And what else do you need?
Orange.
Orange ones, okay. So now I have black. And what other color should I be? What color is this?
Yellow.
Yellow. Very cool. How many yellows are there?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 and...
Okay.
Wait, look at 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5. Okay, and I'm going to be purple.
Notice that the instructor is using the letter beanbag activity to work on several targets: color and letter identification, conversational exchanges, and problem solving to find missing items are all incorporated within the same activity.
We're going to aim for this box and we're going to throw them in, okay? Who's going to go first? You are? Okay, go. Did you make it in or did you miss?
Miss.
You missed. Oh. All right. All right, it's my turn. Yes! Ooh. What color should I throw? Which color is this?
Purple.
Purple. Whoop. Nice. Oh, yeah, get it in there. Okay, I have a question for you. Should I throw, which letter should I throw? What is this one?
P.
P, and the P makes what sound? Pa. Good. Which one are you going to throw? What is it?
B.
B? Good job, and I'm going to throw H. H like, what word starts with H?
Ham.
Yeah.
Ham.
Ham? I love ham.
Pausing during the preferred portion of the activity allows for built-in motivation, as the child is eager to continue the game. By using this to our advantage, we can ensure that we have powerful rewards that flow nicely with the task at hand.
Let's move back a step. All right, you think you can make it? Whose turn is it? It's mine. Okay, I'm going to throw the letter
U.
U. Whoop. Yes. Nice job. All right, which letter should I, which letter, actually, can you touch the letter K? Awesome, touching K, that's right. K like kangaroo. What colors do you have left?
B and T.
Those are the letters, but what colors are there? There's red and
green.
green. Good. Throw that green one in. Oh, you can go get it. Nice throwing, though. Great job. Now, I want to throw my purples. How many purples do I have left?
2.
2 purples? Good. And what's your last one?
B.
Nice job. Now, which one should I throw next?
All of them.
All of them at once? Okay, I'll throw all of them, but tell me the letters. We have...
O. Y. E.
Good. Can you tell me a word that starts with E? What sound does E make?
I.
Good. Pretty good, yeah.
Id.
How about something you eat? It's egg.
Egg.
Egg, you're right. And what about an animal?
Fin.
Elephant. All right, I'm going to throw that, and then I'll let you help me. Which one do you want to throw? That one. Good job. All right. Throw it together. Ready?
Yo-yo.
1, 2, 3. Whoa, and yo-yo. You're right. Nice job. Let's shut the box. Nice playing, dude.
Here, we notice the instructor providing choices of activity. Providing choices for the child to assist in selecting the activities is a critical part of incidental teaching. This allows for the instructor to keep motivation levels high and keep the child excited and engaged in the task.
Strategies for success. In natural environment teaching, following the child's lead is critical. This allows us to create high levels of motivation in responding, resulting in increased opportunities for the practice of new skills and high levels of engagement. Structure the environment. Environmental structure is very important in natural environment teaching. As we follow the child's lead for activity selection, this structure is the primary way that the provider will gain control or guide the session, as well as limit distractions that may prove detrimental to generating attention and performance. Using structure to create opportunities for the practice of new skills will be essential. For example, if a child is accessing a particular activity during the session, the provider may remove several key materials needed for completion. This will allow the opportunity for the child to request needed items in order to finish the task. Model appropriate responding. Modeling should play a major part in natural environment teaching sessions. Showing the child what to do in a particular scenario is often far more effective than telling them what to do, and using your own behavior to show the child what is expected of them can go a long way in a child-directed session. Keep reinforcement contingent. This is one of the most critical aspects of natural environment teaching. Remember that even though the session is child-directed, that does not mean the child does and gets everything that they want. The philosophy of nothing comes for free holds very true in this type of a session, and we should only be providing rewards contingent upon appropriate responses. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Natural environment learning lends itself to very high numbers of practice opportunities. Providers should take advantage of this, running as many trials in the given time as possible. If you're using toys or edibles as reinforcers, make sure to keep the amounts delivered as small as you can. This will ensure that motivation remains high and decrease the likelihood of the child no longer responding due to becoming satiated or satisfied with the amount that they have received. Keep it fresh and move quickly. Natural environment teaching should be a fast-paced, fun, and exciting process. Vary your instructions, cover a lot of ground by practicing multiple skills in rapid succession, and do anything you can to keep the child motivated, engaged, and excited about what they are doing. If the child seems disinterested during this method, providers will not see the effect they are hoping for. It might be best to take a step back and restructure the environment or our style of interaction to make the session more engaging for the child. Remember, natural environment teaching should be a whirlwind of fun, excitement, and interaction. Don't be afraid to get excited and act a little silly if that's what's needed to maintain interaction and achieve your desired levels of performance.
The last type of naturalistic language strategy is naturalistic time delay. We can combine naturalistic language strategy with time delay. So naturalistic time delay procedure can be effective in facilitating a generalized response because it requires the student to practice using acquired communicative responses during ongoing activities when communication is needed. So the steps step looks like this. So interrupt an ongoing activity when there is an opportunity to require the student to communicate. So teacher can close the sketchbook or removes crayons when student is coloring a picture during art class. And teacher can insert a delay interval by waiting a set number of seconds for the student to make a communicative responses like 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and the teacher can reinforce the student if the target response is made. So teacher can say, good job requesting. Here's your crayon. And if no response, teacher can provide a model prompt. So teacher can say, tell me, I need my crayons. And teacher will reinforce the student if the target response is made. the teacher may say, "Excellent, here are your crayons." Now, you can consider to use these naturalistic language strategies to teach communication skill to your target student for the final project. People these days really like this intervention much because this is a naturalistic intervention that happens in the child's natural environment using natural activity, and the intervention uses the natural reinforcement, which is the strongest reinforcer.